Is the WWE on its way to controlling the entire world of professional wrestling? I know what you're thinking, Jose, wait a minute, don't they already control it? To that I say, hold on, let me finish, because in the last couple of weeks the WWE has made some impressive strides in terms of its global outreach, truly embracing the first W in WWE. Let's go ahead and start and talk about the launch WWEID. WWE CCO Triple H announced that the WWEID is the latest in our efforts to identify and support the journey of up-and-coming wrestlers, in turn raising the profile of and strengthening the independent wrestling ecosystem. Under the program, WWE will provide prominent independent wrestling schools with the WWEID official designation, with the goal of providing new trainees and existing talent at these select institutions with enhanced developmental opportunities. Schools such as Booker T's Reality of Wrestling, Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory, Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Academy, Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center, and Knox Pro Academy are the first WWEID independent wrestling schools to earn the official designation. Now, the reason why this is such significant news in the professional wrestling world is because what the WWE is basically doing is building a feeder system into the developmental brand into the WWE system. Obviously, over the course of the last couple of years, we recognize that NXT, the brand that was built in 2014 and onward, has become the developmental system. They use that opportunity to have these NIL athletes be able to adapt to the WWE style and in turn get them ready to get to the main roster. But now with WWEID, we're having an opportunity for the WWE to embrace the independent circuit. With these 5 independent circuits, they are able to develop not only a relationship with these wrestlers, but allow them an opportunity to find their way and navigate to the main stage that is the WWE. Not only is it big for professional wrestlers, but also for trainers who want and have that aspiration of making it to the big time. It is a great opportunity to work together with WWE, who has always seemed to be the main stage, to seem as the big leagues when it comes to this sport. And over the course of the last couple of days, we have seen WWE make the announcements of who these new professional wrestlers are and who is going to be designated to the WWEID. It's a big opportunity for these young stars, and I think it'll be proving to be quite beneficial for a lot of those with the aspirations of making it to the WWE. We've already seen many of the wrestlers currently on the roster be in support of this, because back in the day, it was very difficult to break into the business, let alone break into the WWE without knowing somebody. But now that they have these opportunities to develop this partnership with each individual independent, you're now able to carve out a destination and overall a journey into the WWE. And it's a real big difference in terms of how the WWE has handled the independent circuit. I mean, under the Vince McMahon regime, it's almost like it was frowned upon. All those who were involved with the independents, they were seen as the smaller stature professional wrestlers who had a ceiling. They wouldn't reach the big time, they wouldn't be a huge draw. But ever since Triple H has entered the front office and his time in NXT, it has proven that he has his finger on the pulse. He recognizes where the direction of professional wrestling has been taken. So this not only opens up the world of professional wrestling in the terms of its possibilities, but also in the variety of talent. Now we are not going to be stuck with just the same old big hulking figures that we saw between the 80s and 90s, but we are going to have different athletes, different type of styles, and different type of diverse groups that can be represented in the WWE. And also, it's important to recognize that the WWE has been one of those companies that has monopolized a lot of professional wrestling. They bought out ECW, they bought out WCW, and that's not even to mention all the territories that were bought up until 80s and 90s. But now, instead of buying out these territories or these independent schools, they are able to develop a relationship with them. They work with them. It's not like they're closing up shop and just consuming all of these different brands. Rather than that, they're going to be actually giving them more of a boost. People are going to want to attend these shows. People are going to want to sign up for these independent promotions, and in turn have that hope, like I said, to join the WWE. Rather than crushing everything in its way, it's basically building up everything in hopes of improving the overall climate of the sport. And they've already had a working relationship with Japan, like with Noah, also with TNA, Total Nonstop Action. So it's going to be really interesting to see how All Elite Wrestling navigates through all of this, because AEW really was the one who was primarily working with a lot of independent stars, giving them their opportunities on shows like AEW Dark and Elevation. Now, although those two shows aren't in production anymore, it's going to be interesting to see how All Elite Wrestling manages its way throughout this new time period in the world of wrestling. And speaking of the world of professional wrestling, the WWE recently announced that in the month of March of next year, 2025, in the build-up to WrestleMania 41, it is official that Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and a couple of live events will be emanating from England, Spain, Germany. It's going overseas. It's going more on a global standpoint, which is something we've never seen before in terms of the television product leading up to WrestleMania 41. And with Netflix even interested in the possibility of airing the episodes of Monday Night Raw live from these countries, it's a big game changer, because rather than having to wait for these spoilers, you're now going to have the product live on Netflix and be able to watch it at maybe noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on where you're watching. This is huge for the WWE because, again, it opens up that realm of a global presentation. The WWE stands for World Wrestling Entertainment, and now really capitalizing and focusing in on that first W of World. This is proving to be quite successful for the WWE. Look at their recent success with the premium live events. They've been going all across the world, whether it was in Puerto Rico, whether it was Australia, whether it was London, all time. These crowds have been electric. Why? Because the WWE is finally making its way to their homes and giving them the opportunity to voice their support. It's been a long time since we've had the WWE visit different countries that haven't been, Canada or England, but to have the opportunity to go to these different countries, it's encouraging them to attend these shows, and in turn, allowing them the opportunity to build fan bases there. Granted, they've already had the fan base, but once you're enticing the crowd and encouraging them like, hey, we're going to be coming back more frequently, that not only proves to build a more die-hard fan base, but it's only going to increase revenue and the overall profit of the product. Just think about it. Look at the build-up to this past year's WrestleMania 40. We had memorable moments that involved Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and The Rock, and those were some all-time segments. Can you imagine some historic segments like that occurring in front of an audience from London, occurring in front of an audience from Belgium? The reaction that these countries have been giving the WWE product have been next level. So in turn, when you have momentum like that and a crowd like that, that will only elevate a moment that we have seen in the past. And who's to say that next year's WrestleMania buildup won't be bigger than WrestleMania 40? Because if you ask me, I thought WrestleMania 40 was one of, if not the biggest WrestleManias of all time, and it felt like it. I look at WrestleMania 41 and it certainly has the potential to be even bigger. But hey, that's my thoughts and my opinions. I want to hear from you guys. Go ahead, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what are your initial thoughts on WWEID, as well as the tour that will take place in March of 2025. Don't forget to elbow drop the subscribe button and keep up to date with all the professional wrestling content that is produced on this channel. Of course, my name is Jose Ramos Jr., and I'll see you guys next time.